Hey, it's your boy Hood, Pastor Full Impact Ministries, the social media ministry that bring gut-wrenching truth about God's true nature. Say it, it's your motto, you love it, towards us. Do the scriptures. Yep, do the scriptures. Listen, I want to speak with you about something that is going to be all my stuff is controversial anyway. So let me just keep going with it. I want to speak to you about the black church and the modern Western black women. Yep. The black church and the modern Western black women. Now, these two things are sadly coming to a point, coming to a full head to where they're almost unrepairable, shall I say, unrepairable. I'm going to show you what I mean. And it is a sad thing, and it's really awesome, wicked, wise, very effective plan of white supremacy. And it's flowing like never before. And it's to really keep the black culture at a stalemate or even decrease. I want to show you something in the scriptures where I'm going to be able to bring more clarity to it and hope you understand it. But this is going to prayerfully open up some things. See, look, my teachings, I have run away from trying to show people who just don't want to know as far as the truth. But I'm teaching to folk who want to know the truth, who are hungry for the truth. Watch this. And people who know that something ain't right, but they don't have biblical understanding of it. Those the people that I aim for. All the other stuff about people who are just stuck in their ways. Paul said if a person want to be ignorant, let them stay ignorant. I don't even get off into that anymore. I have grown up from that. I'm done with that. I'm talking to folk who want to know truth, who want to know, wait a minute, man, there got to be something better, and who know that there's something better, but they can't quite put their finger on it biblically. That's what I'm here for. Let's go to 2 Timothy. I'm going to 2 Timothy chapter 3. This is Apostle Paul's second letter to his spiritual son, Timothy. And what he's doing with Timothy, he's setting order in the church. He's setting order in the church. And when you see this here order, you will see how far the black church has gotten away from this here. And you will see who the black church is using to stay away from this here. Let's go to verse 1 in 2 Timothy chapter 3. This know also that in the last days, because we always talking about, the last days are here. The last days are here. We've been saying that for over 2,000 years. Watch this. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Watch this. This in the black church, I'm talking about the black church and the modern Western black woman. Verse 3, without natural affection. He's talking about the men. He's talking about the men. Without natural affection. How many black preachers do you see who have went over to want other men versus women? How many of them do you see always caught up in some mess? Truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Watch this. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. They always caught up in some mess. We're talking about the black preacher. We're talking about the black church. Watch this. Having a form of godliness. They look like they just got poured a whole bunch of olive oil on them. And look like they got the angel halo on them to folk who blind. But folk who can see right through that madness. But denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Let me read the rest of this here in Amplified. Watch this. Verse 6, for among them are those who worm their way, watch this, into homes and captivate silly and weak-natured and spiritually dwarfed women. Who's the one who is funding? Who is the main funders, financial funders of these black churches? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll tell you. Black women. Black women are the main contributors financially to these black churches. Black women. Because there are not many black men in there. And like I say, if you see black men in these churches nowadays, they're either followers or sissies. But the ones who are followers, when they begin to see the truth, they'll leave. They will leave. Because you won't be able to get that stuff over on a real man. Watch this here. And this is why the black preachers preach and teach the way they do to the black women. Watch this here. Loaded down with the burden of their sins, watch this, and easily swayed and led away by various evil desires and seductive impulses. This is why these preachers preach the way they preach to these black women, and we talk about especially these modern Western black women. This is why they preach and teach to them the way they do. Because they're not teaching them how to be a woman of good character, a woman of good standard, a woman who knows how to be a wife, a mother, someone that other women can look to as a great example, as a great godly woman of example. They don't teach that to these black women. They teach these black women, oh, you can do what you want to do. And you don't need a man for this. And he need to have this and have this. They don't hold them accountable for nothing. They don't teach to that part. They don't teach and hold them self-accountability because they know that if they do, their finances are gone. So they'll teach to those Jezebel spirits that's in them. They'll teach to those modern spirits that's in them. They'll teach to those feminine movements that's in them. And as long as they can teach and preach and lie to that and massage that, they'll always have a great income coming in. Watch this. Watch this. Verse 7. These weak women will listen to anybody who will teach them. This is what's up with the black church and the modern Western black women. They are forever inquiring and getting information. They always getting information on why they don't need this here and and then you got this here mental illness going on, and you got folks talking about Watch this. Oh, it is Jesus and a therapist. This is stuff they teach to the black women. Oh, you need more than Jesus. This is stuff they teach them. They don't teach them how to be a wife, how to submit to their husband. They don't teach them on how to keep their mouths closed. Stop talking crazy out the mouth. They don't teach them on how to be submissive to a man. They don't teach them how to do these. They don't teach them on how to have good woman concepts, good woman conducts. They don't teach that. They want these women to feel good and run around and shout and cry and get all off into their emotions and spit and holler and cry. And then they talk about how good they are, the black male preacher, and he downgrade all the men. This is what they do. This is how they get these black women. And as a result, it is a great plan, a scam for white supremacy to keep the black family divided. So which means there can be no reproduction, which means the numbers decrease. There's no marriages. You rarely see a black Christian man and a black Christian woman getting married in church. You rarely see that. I was in church for some years. I saw one couple in church get married. One. One. I saw one couple. When I was in church, I rarely saw solid men. And that's why I stuck out. I rarely saw it. I saw one couple get married, and it was a beautiful thing. And they still together right now doing awesome things. Watch this, in the Lord. I saw one black couple. Let's keep going. Loaded down with the burdens of their sins and easily swayed and led away by various evil desires and seductive impulses. These weak women will listen to anybody who will teach them. They are forever inquiring and getting information, but are never able to arrive at a recognition and knowledge of the truth. They always are getting information. This is why you have all these modern Western black women. You know, they want to get all these degrees and careers, but never really able to come into the truth of what a real meaningful life is, which is a companion, a husband, children, a family. They don't understand that most men don't even care nothing about your degree. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about your money. And this is where they get through off at, because the black church, the black preacher is teaching them the total opposite of what the scriptures speaks on the good character of a woman. And then you have all these black women who have the nerve to go into Proverbs chapter 31 and speak on that chapter. Baby, you ain't got no business over there, because you don't represent none of that. And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. It is a sad thing. And these black churches, and I done been hearing and seeing in statistics that the black church membership is declining rapidly. Watch this, and I'm going to say it because it's the butt-naked truth. That's a great thing. People do not need to be up under that false doctrine that's going on in the black church. People don't need to be up under that. And this is the thing that is mainly keeping the black culture, the black community, the black family divided and decreasing at a rapid scale. And it's so sad. It's sad. And a lot of people are in marriages with these type of women. There are a lot of men who are in these type of marriages with these black women that I'm speaking on right now. There are a lot of you black women who go to these type of churches that I'm speaking on, these black male preachers who are playing you. There's a lot of this going on. And if there's ever going to be a great resolve in this here, you black women are going to have to break away from the black church and get into something that is going to present to you who you really are and bring morals and principles and characters. But sad to say that most of you modern Western black women are so far gone off into this independent feminist movement thing to where it'd be hard to pull you back in. But let's hope that you got something out of this here short message. And you go look at the scripture, 2 Timothy chapter 3, from verse 1 through 7, and see what the Lord give you. And go with a non-biased perspective and ask him to show you the truth, so you can have truth to move forward in your life. If you like my content, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok at Pastor Eric Hood, Saved and Educated. And hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Comment, share. And let's continue to move forward. This your boy, Hood Pastor, Full Impact Ministries, the black church, and the modern Western black woman. Woo! Boy, you in trouble. I'm out. Peace.